At the beginning, Vince, I can't remember Vince's last name. Stefano, remember?
Marazzita.
Yeah, I know Vince is Italian as well. He's spent many years in Italy, but American Italian. He helped us in this process. So initially, he brought together many stone samples. And we were looking for a whitish stone. Some of them were gray, but eventually we kind of went into this kind of color palette, and we had several, and Botticino Classico was part of that. And it became a kind of a selection. I think we chose Botticino Classico because of its beautiful properties. It became more important as we looked at it, how good the quality of the stone was. So in our climate, which we live in, it's hot and dry in Utah in the summertime, and cold and dry in the wintertime, and very wet. And so it had to be able to withstand some of the absorption and harsh environments. And as we looked at the details for the data, the flexural strength, the density, the absorption, and all these things, Botticino was right there, really excellent quality. At the time, Vince was also looking at a Portuguese granite for the bottom. So we know that the Botticino is a marble. Is that correct, Stefano?
Yeah, let's say it's a hard limestone, a dense limestone,
Dense limestone.
with the character of marble because it can reach a high polish.
Okay, yeah, that's the high polish was also important. We can talk about that too.
Yeah.
So we were looking at the water course. So that first 4 feet, we were looking at a Portuguese granite, a yellow granite. And at the time, and I know you're a stone expert, Stefano, but yellow granites are very weak from what we understand. And we wanted the Botticino at the bottom. It was the way we aesthetically wanted to approach the building. We didn't like this look of a granite that was not the same character as the other stone. But the church wanted a very robust base. And our partner, KEPCO, was able to put together some cost figures, and they were able to work it out. And then when we got the final information on Botticino Classico, we found out it has a tremendous ability to withstand freeze thaw. So freezing and thawing in Utah is a real problem. And so that sold itself. So we ended up with the building entirely clad in the same material. And like Stefano has mentioned, on it, we had several different finishes. We had a matte finish and we had a polished finish. And, when it rained, it all looked the same, but when it was dry, it showed the quality and characteristics of it. So anyway, it turned into a wonderful event. And then Stefano and Ghiardi invited our team over. They explained the history behind Botticino Classico, that it has over 2,000-year quarry in place. And the heritage that Italy provides the world, it's amazing. So we saw in Brescia, we saw the Roman Forum over there, as well as we looked at a Palladian building, as well as the cathedral in Brescia, within 2,000 years of it being built out of the Botticino quarry. It's an amazing story. And I think we're grateful to be able to have a part of Italy here in Utah. So in 2023, my wife passed away. And currently, I designed a monument for her. And it had some, and Ghiardi fabricated it for me, put it together, and it's now on the water, coming to America. So I have to thank Yardi for and Stefano for providing that service for me. So yeah, it meant a lot. And in the area I live in, it's a lot of gray granite. And so most people in the cemetery use gray. So they're very somber. I'm going to use this beautiful white marble limestone as my monument for my wife. So yeah, it's personal to me. So for that reason, I will probably do this again.
And
Thank
We
you.
look forward to the opportunity of a new temple project in Botticino Classico for sure.
We'll see how that works. As you know, it's a complicated process, but yes, I do
Yes.
love it very much. That's a good question. We have other methods of working. There's on some of our other projects in the past, we've done a trying to think of the right term, but basically a concrete prefabricated wall system. Years ago, when they suggested, they say, "Oh, it's cheaper and just as long has the longevity of lasting." Well, we told them no. Stone is always going to be longer lasting than concrete, and it's because these buildings that the church builds for around the world, they want them to last over 100 years. These are buildings that are legacy buildings that they want to last through the ages. So part of it is the stone, right? And so they said, oh no, we can do these prefabricated concrete panels. And they are beautiful. There are some things that are beautiful, but they're not, you cannot detail a building the same way. So the stone and the prefabricated concrete are not the same kind of way we would detail it. Over time, the church realized that stone was the right method. And we have an architect here in Salt Lake. His name is Dave Richards. He works for the LDS Church. And right now it is, I think, every one of their buildings, for the most part, are stone. There are a few exceptions where we have to build in areas that are very difficult and price prohibitive, like Africa. I've done a building there. We build the building out of concrete block and plaster. Maybe not as long lasting, but to be able to provide that material for in an African situation, the price points is really high. And so they try to look at what's the best approach. So it depends on the area we're in, but for the most part, stone is looked at as a very important part of that process.